Hey guys, so today we're back with another video, and I wanted to talk about the all-new 2022 Dodge Journey. As I've covered in the past, we said goodbye to the Journey last year after it was discontinued, with 2020 being its last model year. First released as a 2008 model, the Journey went on to be a big hit for Dodge, selling over 1 million units over its lifetime in North America alone, and becoming the second best-selling vehicle in the Dodge brand's portfolio. However, the Journey was left unchanged for many years, and as it grew stale and old, Dodge cancelled it without having a replacement in line for it. Now it appears there's a new Journey on the way for 2022, but those in Canada and the US shouldn't get their hopes up, as this looks to be a vehicle only on sale in Mexico for now. Here's the video outline where we will look at the original Dodge Journey and its cancellation, and then check out the 2022 Journey as well as the related Trumpy GS5. So let's get into it. So first, the original Dodge Journey. This was a mid-sized crossover SUV that the world first saw at the 2007 Frankfurt Motor Show. The Chrysler Pacifica mid-sized crossover was discontinued after the 2008 model year, so the Journey went on sale as a 2009 production model in its place. The Journey shared a modified platform with the Dodge Avenger and had the same short wheelbase as the Chrysler Town & Country minivan. The Journey was sold in left-hand drive and right-hand drive all across the world, including in North America, Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Europe, Australia, China, and even as a Dodge JC in Japan. Depending on the market, the Journey has also been marketed as a Fiat Fremont from 2011 to 2015, usually built in left-hand drive. Initially, the Journey didn't start off too popular, but once Dodge refreshed the SUV, upgrading the powertrain, updating the exterior, and adding a much-needed new cabin design in 2011, sales really started to take off, as customers could get a 2- or 3-row crossover with sporty looks at a very affordable price, with prices ranging around $20,000 to $30,000 US. Due to the wide variety of markets, the Journey also offered many engine choices depending on the location. The most powerful application would be in the US, of course, with the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 paired with a 6-speed automatic, good for 283 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Overall, the Journey/Fremont has racked up 975,000 sales in the US, over 226,000 in Canada, 118,000 in Mexico, 113,000 in Europe, almost 12,000 in Australia, and another 102,000 outside of all of these listed countries. After 12 model years, it was gone after 2020. I talked more about the cancellation in another video on the Journey, which you can find in the top right corner, but one of the main reasons for that would be that Dodge wanted to transition to show that their brand is all about performance, and thus they ended production of the Grand Caravan and the Journey at the same time. The only 3 vehicles that remain in the Dodge lineup were all heavily performance-based: the Durango, Charger, and Challenger, all of which featured sporty and muscular exteriors, the choice of 3 different V8 engines, and a Hellcat variation for each of them. A basic and inexpensive crossover like the Journey really didn't fit that mix. Now we can turn our attention to the new Journey. Again, this is for the Mexican market. No word on if it will ever come to the rest of North America, but I'd say it probably wouldn't, especially not as a Dodge. This Journey is actually based on a Chinese vehicle, the Trumpy GS5. The GS5 is a compact crossover produced by the Guangzhou Automobile Group, also known as GAC. This second-gen GS5 debuted at the 2018 Paris Auto Show. The Chinese GAC Group has a 50-50 joint venture with the former Fiat Chrysler automobiles, and that allows for 4 different Jeep vehicles to be produced in China: the Renegade, Compass, Cherokee, and Grand Commander. Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares is very interested in further pursuing China and trying to tap into their market to increase sales. As of right now, Stellantis only has about a 0.5% market share in China, despite it being the world's largest and fastest growing car market. So Tavares wants to find out why FCA and PSA have been failing and fix those issues. That means the GAC Joint Venture continues, as well as another one with Dongfeng Motor Group, allowing for some Peugeot and Citroën vehicles to be sold in China as well. So again, this 2022 Dodge Journey is based on that Trumpy GS5, sold as a Dodge in Mexico. It was revealed on September 27, 2021, and it will be hitting the Mexican dealers by November, all thanks to the Chinese connections with GAC. Now we can move forward and look more in depth at this new Journey. Instead of having a 3-row option like the previous Journey, all of these will be a 5-passenger 2-row crossover instead. I must admit that this Journey looks really good both inside and out. Dodge did a really good job of covering up the Trumpy GS5 styling and giving it some Dodge vibes instead. It has a modern looking Dodge grille similar to the ones found on the Durango and Challenger, and that kind of creates a bit of a unique front end that works really well with the vehicle. The rear end tries to incorporate some type of Racetrack taillight bar that attempts to imitate the ones from other vehicles, so we can see that on the Durango, Charger, and even the Dodge Dart, but this one gives me Audi vibes instead of Dodge. In fact, it looks identical to the new Audi Q7 SUV. Overall though, it's a sporty look, but it still looks too cookie cutter and mainstream in my opinion, too similar to other entry-level SUVs on the market. On screen with all the pictures, Dodge is showing off the new shiny copper color, and that joins 5 others: granite, bright white, silver, bright blue, and gloss black. As for the models, there will be 3 offerings: SXT, Sport, and GT. On screen you can see some of the standard features for each of them. The SXT is the base model, starting at 555,900 Mexican pesos, or around $26,800 US. The Sport is next, 615,900 pesos, or $29,700 US. And finally, the GT comes in at 645,900 pesos, or $31,100 US. Inside, I'm very impressed with the cabin. Now, granted, the pictures show the highest trim level, the GT, but still this interior is very modern and way more impressive than the previous Journey was. The Trumpy GS5 already had better quality control on the inside, using soft touch surfaces and less plastics. Dodge added some piano black accents and a leather wrapped T-shifter. Sport and GT models get faux leather heated and ventilated front seats, with a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat and a panoramic sunroof as standard. There's also a 360-degree surround camera and a few different safety features like forward collision warning, lane departure warning, and blind spot monitoring. Every model gets an 8-inch touchscreen, but it's not Uconnect based, but rather it's the system from the Chinese vehicle with regular stuff like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and an HD view of the backup camera or 360-degree surround camera on the Sport and GT. The SXT and Sport also get a 7-inch LCD digital screen in the cluster, while the GT gets a massive 12.3-inch one, and that's actually the first Dodge vehicle to feature a screen of this size in the cluster. This is still a utility vehicle, and it does have one of the largest cargo spaces in the class, and you can choose either a 60/40 rear bench or reclining seats that can fold, leaving the floor flat. The GT also gets a hands-free power liftgate. Moving on to the performance, under the hood there is just one engine offered, a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder with output of 169 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. That's paired with an Aisin 6-speed automatic transmission, with features like engine stop-start and natural control. The engine features a Borg-Warner electronically controlled turbocharger and a Bosch high-pressure injection system. The standard wheels are 18 inches, but the GT will move you up to 19 inches. Finally, as for the suspension, this Journey has a McPherson independent front and multi-link rear setup with hydraulic bushings to really dampen the noise and vibration from the road. If we do a little comparison to the last 2020 Journey, this vehicle has a shorter wheelbase and is shorter by 7.6 inches overall, but it is 2 inches wider and 1.4 inches taller. The engine also has more torque and about the same horsepower, and the transmission is a big upgrade from the ancient 4-speed that was offered before. But we do have to keep in mind that the 2020 Journey cut out many options and didn't offer a V6 engine or a 6-speed transmission, so there was only the 2.4-liter 4-cylinder World engine with the 4-speed. So that's the end of this video, guys. How do you feel about the Dodge Journey? Do you think it should be offered in the US and Canada? I think it could be tweaked to add the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 or a future turbo engine, and it could be offered as a Chrysler instead of Dodge, as this vehicle doesn't really fit the performance mantra of that brand. But for the price, high 20s and low 30,000s, I think this is a really good deal, and it looks pretty good inside and out. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.